We're in Southern Cuba, right about here at a place called Cayo Algodon Grande. We're on an important noble mission, hooning in the mangroves to get to the beach on the other side. A worthy mission, I am glad you agree. Normally to take freedom around beachside is about a 1 hour motor, although it is quicker to go the northern way and not the southern way shown here. On last week's episode, we discovered by drone that there might be a back way to the beach, so let's go check it out. There are a few wide stepping stones that you need to use, otherwise it's straight up to your knees with sticks and other nasties sticking into you occasionally as you penetrate knee deep.
Caught by a feeling, goes beyond the right or wrong, gets me what I want. I'm hanging by a string, gotta get up on my feet, get to what I need, and I am flying through the streets on neon wings. Once I get to you, I don't want anything. Girl, I'm so addicted.
We stayed for hours and hours, but we stopped filming, but then we had to rush back because it was going to be sandfly time o'clock. I got to balance on these stepping stones. All right, we're clear. Hold it. Ready. Now we're in the sun. We're gonna go slow. Actually, it's hardly maintenance at all, more like putting a finger in the hole of the dike. Anyway, as you can see, our dodger is dodgy, and after the dodgy repair, it will still be dodgy. But it can only be a temporary repair because we are limited in materials. I have a bit of contact cement, so all I need is to rough up the surface, clean it with alcohol and put some strips on. Okay, that's the dodgiest, bodgiest job if I've ever seen one. But we've got to make this last as long as possible. The trouble with this boat is this sliding hatch does not stop any water. So when we're on port tack, the water just gushes in, and where this hole was, just comes in here, hits this hatch locker, goes up underneath and slides along the roof and then goes down into the port quarter berth where Dougie was when we were sailing from Guatemala to Panama. I don't know how we put up with it. Dougie and Canadians, you're a credit to this world. You're durable just like Australians. He had dripping water on his head for 9 days. Top stuff, Dougie, but now you're going to have less water. Mind you, now Dougie's on a luxury catamaran and enjoying himself. So there you go. Good things come to those that deserve it. It's now 47 of my supporters' favourite time, and that's underwater action. Just panning to show you the territory we're going to see. Just a big lagoon and no crocs. Oh well, let's check out the reef. False alarm! Too small and a bit too shallow. Basically, I swim all the reefs of the island, which totals about 5 or 6 miles. If you use the current and wind in your favour, it doesn't take more than 5 or 6 hours. And then I know where all the good spots are to explore them later. In 5 minutes, 3 mutton snapper and 1 hogfish that needs to learn how to hide a little bit better. Mind you, there wasn't really that much place to hide. I'll go check out further on, but I don't think we're going to starve here, people. Now check this cray out. How good is that? Nature fighting off big bad man. It's about time nature got the upper hand. If I could buy it a beer, I would. Swim free, courageous crayfish, and may you procreate beyond your wildest dreams. Too small, but then this one here was a good one. Lone bommies in the middle of nowhere are protection for fish, so often there is lots around. bloody awesome little bommy. Of course, you know, we got heaps of prawns, so we don't need anything for like 3 days. We even turned on the fridge because Margarita boiled the prawns. Massive doggy. I saw a cubera, but I didn't get the camera on fast enough. And there's 2 crays, so bloody awesome. And this is not the only one. There's bommies there, there. So we got plenty of things to see. And this, I'll show you, it's on, I think, the northwestern side of the island in about, what, 3-4 meters. All right, I love this place. And Margarita likes it too, so that means it's a win-win. Otherwise, she gets a bit cranky when I go off for 6 hours diving. Oh no, I don't know what's wrong with her.
And now I'm off to recce the northeast and southern side. There is not too much on the southwest side, so we'll give it a miss. Nice little shark in the shallows.
Well, that was a decent shark. It's decent for Cuba, not for Australia or South Africa. But let's hop in and see if we can have a look.
Hogfish. A very minor glimpse is all, people. Despite what people think, sharks are very cautious and avoid humans, and usually it's very hard to get them on film. Cubera.
I think I just saw its tail. I don't know if it's going to come out in the footage, but it's pretty hard to catch up on sharks. Generally, you just have to be lucky, and suddenly they're there, and then they usually rack off, like these 2 did.
Some people say dealing with sharks is tricky, but that is nothing. I'm coming back a bit too late to the boat. Now this is the tricky part.
This is a warning from the past. To make sure you're learning from mistakes that you did last. Send me a letter when you're done, evaluating what your short life has become. You should know. You should know.
But then disaster struck of the likes that other sailing channels would yell Mayday or prompt their titles to be "This is the worst day ever" or "I don't know how we survived that." Yes, people, I dropped the prawns overboard, but not to worry. I simply will go fetch them.
Okay, I learnt my lesson. I don't balance the prawns on a really big tray at the back of the trend. That's right, got them all. Lunch is gonna be awesome.
So where are the intrepid duo now?
Absolutely awesome, this place. But now I gotta find Margarita because I was too busy droning.
and she's probably suffering from lack of attention. The lack of attention is all solved, people. But you can have too much quality time, people, so it's best to pepper it around a bit at a time. Quick time out from quality time to check on a coconut palm. Nothing. Bugger. Some more peppering of quality time by the master. I know what you're thinking, people. I ought to write a book.
Maybe tomorrow we can bring the oil and we can do massages here.
Oh, let me think about that. Okay. There's a Gorgonia fan for the bilge. I think I need another boat with all the shell collection and all the other stuff too. It's not like San Blas where there's like 1 billion coconut trees per island. There's usually only a few. So I imagine the cruisers and even the prawn fishermen have raided these long time ago. But there's 3 more and I'll check those, but I'm not too hopeful. And then tragedy struck, people. God's honest truth. The weather turned bad with a huge storm and Margarita was caught in an undertow, so I had to man up and do the only thing I could.
Don't worry, Margarita, I'll save you!
Oh, bloody hell, Margarita. I would save you a lot quicker if you quit moving away from me all the bloody time. And that's how I saved Margarita's life, people. No BS at all. Okay. The storm may have been exaggerated a bit. And not to labour the point, but I saved her, people, from a fate worse than a fate worse than death. That's right, people, a double fate worse than death. You don't want to know how bad that is. It's really bad. And Margarita's smile is thanks enough. You're welcome, Margarita. You're welcome. The prawns have run out and I'm champing at the bit to go get a fish. It's gonna be, wow, an eagle ray. Just a little bit of sightseeing first, and then the spearfishing will begin. And then I took a shortcut home over the reef. That's right, in the end, not a shortcut at all.